Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Q&A with Dr. K. Today's question is one that I read yesterday on my way out of the office, and it's perhaps the most deep, important question that this calendar has provided thus far. So I'd like to take a second and try to answer it as honestly as I can for you. The question is, what would you like to change? And I thought a bit about this, and I think what I would like to change, or what I would like to see changed, is the overall conversation about health right now. And really what it boils down to is knowing the difference and understanding the difference between cause and effect. And I know that sounds really simple and straightforward, but I want you to think about our healthcare system right now. I want you to think about the last time you went to the doctor, or the last time that you had an issue, and what was the prevailing message? What was the goal of the treatment that you went after? Was it about addressing the cause of your problems, or was it about minimizing and reducing the effects, aka the symptoms? Because I think what you'll find is that the predominant message is symptom-based treatment. It's all about reducing symptoms, numbing the effects, and really dismissing the reality that we live in a world of cause and effect. And it's really disheartening to see, because if you don't go after the cause of the problem, two things happen. First and foremost, you're not going to solve the problem, right? Solving the effects, minimizing the symptom, minimizing the pain or the sleeping issue or the digestive issue, minimizing the effects of the problem do nothing to actually solve the problem. You have to realize that unless you address the cause, the effects won't be solved, right? And the second thing that it does, especially in the system that we have, when the primary methods of treatment are drugs and surgery, is it's not that it doesn't simply avoid treating the actual cause of the problem, but it actually does a lot of harm. The medications that we take to minimize our symptoms are often very toxic, and I see a lot where it's actually worse than the actual symptom. The side effects of the medications you're on, or the side effects of the surgeries that you're getting with the scar tissue, or the risks associated with the surgery, are oftentimes, and I'm not exaggerating, outweighing the risk of the actual situation at hand. And so it makes no sense to simply treat the effects when it's much more effective to treat the cause. And I know maybe some of you are saying, well, last time I went to the doctor, they sent me to PT. And we have to be quite frank about it. We all know that the physical therapy that you get sent to on a general basis is bullshit. And I'm sorry, physical therapists out there, but I'm sure a lot of you agree. And I see it every day when people come into my office, is they've been through the physical therapy model and it doesn't work because they're run through an assembly line of what's essentially become glorified stretching. And then they come into my office and maybe I prescribe some physical therapy stretches or some physical therapy type engagement exercises, but it's actually done in a tailored manner where it addresses their cause, right? When you go to physical therapy, they're giving physical therapy stretches based off the symptom, based off of the hip fracture, based off of the tendonitis that you have, instead of actually doing a full workup to figure out what caused the tendonitis in the first place. And then structuring the physical therapy not towards the symptom of why you went in, but towards the cause of what actually caused the symptom in the first place. So I think defining cause and effect is really important, and it's often looked over and dismissed because it's so fundamental that we don't think about it. We get so wrapped up in addressing our symptoms that it does very little to actually improve our health and well-being overall. And so there was many topics to choose from when you look at how broken our belief system and our approach to healthcare is right now. And I think cause and effect and the relationship between the two is a really good place to start. But not to mention the fact that your body is designed to thrive. Your body is an intelligent being. And when it's given what it needs, and when it's free of interference or free of toxins, the default is health. We just have to get the heck out of the way. And so understanding that your body is an intelligent organism and that it doesn't just mess up. If you're having sleep problems, there's a cause for it. If your stomach gets all jacked up every time you eat a normal meal, there's a cause for it. If you're having tendinitis and your elbow is all messed up when you're doing normal daily activities, there's a cause for it. We live in a world of cause and effect. And once you realize and take a step back and revere the body and really respect the beautiful orchestrated effort that fits how your body is designed, once you understand that there's an intelligent design to it, and we live in a world of cause and effect, stop concerning so much about the effects. Right? And I know they're pressing sometimes because effects are often pain, or they're often a symptom or a sign that's really an issue for you. And it's really easy to get worked up in just narrowing your mindset to reducing the effects, reducing the symptom. But that's where it comes into play, where you can do that. You can do measures that reduce your symptoms, but simultaneously you have to be investing in the cause. And that comes down to not waiting for the symptom to show up, but starting early, right? Getting on a preventative or a maintenance schedule, just like you do for your car, or just like you do for so many other things around the house, whether it's your washer and dryer or your agriculture system and your landscaping. We have preventative measures and maintenance measures that are in place because we know that it's so much easier to maintain rather than to just wait for these huge fires and symptoms to burst out, and then we're spending all of our effort on the symptom. Start addressing the cause. Start addressing the physical, the chemical, and the emotional stress that is running your life. And maybe you can pinpoint some of these areas where it's faulty before you start having these symptoms pop up. And that's not to poo-poo medicine. That's not to poo-poo this allopathic symptom that we're in. Because quite frankly, if you get hit by a car, this is the best place to be, right? If you go parachuting or if you go skydiving and the parachute doesn't open, this is the best place to be. Then you go and you get the drugs, you get the surgery, the life-saving measures. But absent of an emergency, for true health, for true lifestyle measures and lifestyle treatment, you stop worrying about the symptoms so much, start addressing the cause, and I think we'll be much better off. So changing the mindset on health is something that I would like to change. That's why I'm here in the first place. For those of you that have stuck through to the end here, I really appreciate you. Please join in me in my effort in starting this dialogue on a grander scale and starting to spread the word. These Q&As the Q&As are where I started. It's not where I intend on ending. So if you haven't seen my Sunday specials, I would encourage you to check out. I release one every single Sunday where I go into a health topic in depth, just like I did right now on cause and effect. And that's really going to be the meat and potatoes, the bread and the butter of what I'm trying to deliver. It's the mindset of health. And I'm going to have an upper cervical philosophy or an upper cervically based approach to it, just because I'm an upper cervical doctor and head and neck specialty is where I lie. But it's going to take a step back and it's going to look at bigger picture concerns that are really important that we address if we're truly going to be healthy. We need to start realizing the difference between cause and effect. So thanks for sticking through. For those of you that have, I really appreciate you. This has been another episode of Q&A with Dr. K. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you.